Hey there, everybody. We're here in Manchester, and one of the shops that people keep telling us to visit while we're in town is Keep Peddling. And we're here with Rich from Keep Peddling.
Hi.
Can you give us a tour?
Show
us the magic.
Yeah. So we do mostly steel these days. So we do, if you run around, we do Singular and Brother and Surly, Salsa. And obviously, of course, we do Tumbleweed. And then we've got some tie stuff as well. Not much in the way of carbon these days, but that's kind of us.
So a lot of the bikes seem adventure and gravel oriented. How easy is it to get to gravel from Manchester?
It's pretty good, yeah. You can go, because it's quite a canal-based city, so
okay.
you can shoot out sort of 3 or 4 miles and get to some gravel tracks, forestry tracks and things pretty easily into the Peak District and into the Pennines, and then you can pretty much get off-road all the way to Chester, out to Wales.
What's the most popular kind of style bike that you guys sell?
Probably the gravel bikes, because it is the most useful of bikes. You know, you can go almost mountain biking on it, and you can go to work on it, and you can go bike packing on it, and it does kind of everything. And then you have crossover bikes, you know, like the Stargazer that is, if you put skinny wheels on it, it becomes a gravel bike, but you got your fat tires.
So this is a cool bike I've only seen online.
Yeah.
The Rufus Stone.
Uh-huh.
What's this about?
So a British brand from a guy who kind of originated with skate stuff, and then so it's at 27.5. Again, a fat 27.5. But the thing that stands out, I guess, is the quill stem and the threaded steerer. But a really comfy, again, fun bike to ride.
Yeah,
That's what it's about.
It looks like a blast.
Yeah. And we can build it up, and it's not just drop bars; it's flat bars, whatever you like.
Yeah.
And that's what we do, really, because most of the brands that we sell don't do complete bikes. So we build up whatever you like.
So we got bikes on this side. Moving over to this wall, it looks like you've got a nice assortment of bike packing bags and racks.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we've done Apogura forever. We were one of the first shops to be doing Apogura 10 plus years ago. So we've kind of grown with them, and it's nice just to be in the center of Manchester. People can just walk in, bring their bike in, and there's loads of different sizes. You can fill all the little holes with all the bags, and it all just works, and of course Ortlieb, we've always done Ortlieb. We do the panniers, we do the bike packing bags, and we like to keep stuff on the shop floor on the bikes as well. And Old Man Mountain, so they've just got a new big distributor. And that's going really well. The rattle-free panniers and having a basket bag on the front, basket packing.
Right.
It's all great.
Hashtag basket packing.
Yeah. So they're working really well for us. And then Wizard Works are, relatively local, all made in London, and you've seen them at the show, and they're great, lovely people, and keep on pushing forward.
Yeah. Of the customer base that goes touring or bike packing, do you find more gravitate towards bike packing bags or the pannier and rack system?
I guess most people, if they are racing, will go. I mean, it's most races. There's a sea of Apogura at the front, and they work really well. So it's personally, our bike doesn't have Apogura on it, or only Wizard Works, or only Old Man Mountain. Right. It's what works for the customer. So we build the bike for the customer exactly how they want it, and then we use the bags that are the right thing. It depends what fits. And, I mean, obviously we do lots and lots of Brooks. We mentioned the Ortlieb stuff earlier. So so many different ways to attach things to your bike. All these straps. We just started doing a little bit of Fidlock. The safety pizzettas are things we've always done. We've carried a safety pizzetta around Morocco and Kyrgyzstan and everywhere, and keeping us safe. So
how popular is the safety pizza? Do people come in the shop seeking it out, or do they?
They do a little bit. They see, The internet's a wonderful thing, I guess.
Right. It's so cool because the guy that started that was local to where I grew up, in the LA area.
Okay.
We met up with him. And, he didn't think it would turn into a business at all.
No, and we sell a lot, and it's great, and and with more and more events, and people are Need to be safe.
Safe and fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a safety avocado is never boring.
All right, what do we have over here?
So we have over here, yeah, obviously we do the crane bells, the nog bells we've done forever. These are cool little flandrians. I don't know if anyone's ever seen these. These are hand painted in Belgium, little metal figures.
Yeah.
And they do all the teams. Again, local. Beer Babe. We've been selling those forever as well. She washes and washes and washes the tubes, and then they're really soft and nice. And yeah, I love those. We sell a lot of books. No Normal Coffee, that started in the UK last year.
So
I guess Swiss brand.
What's this? I'm not familiar with that at all.
Yeah, it's just coffee in a tube.
In a tube.
Yeah.
How
So
do you? I assume you dilute it. Or?
yeah.
You don't-
If you have a packet, if you have a little packets of instant coffee, it produces so much waste, and it doesn't generally doesn't taste very nice. Whereas a little blob of this in your cup, some hot water, you're good to go, and all recyclable because it's just that little bit of plastic, and that's all metal.
Wow.
And you can cook with it as well. We make banana cake with a
Really?
little squirt in
Wow.
there. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. Everyone needs water filters. Yeah. Stay safe again. We bring 7R racks in from Ukraine.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty. That's very cool. That is just. Again, they do custom bags, and they'll do lots and lots of just whatever you want, basically. Again, and it's very popular.
Yeah. What's on this wall?
Yeah, voil straps again. Voil straps, we sell so many of those.
Yeah.
If you want to strap a terrier down to a bike, then you need a voil strap. And we've, when we had to abandon the Silk Road, when the first time we took the tandem,
Right.
3 voil straps to the top of a taxi.
Wow.
Perfect. Obviously, the tumbleweed racks in steel and titanium, Tubus, Topique, Surly, Blackburn. Again, not all racks fit all bikes, so
Right.
you got to do that.
Right.
And then bars, we used to do Jones bikes a long time ago when they had a UK distributor. Not anymore, so we get the Jones bars direct from Jeff and Sheila now.
Yeah.
And that's great. And so many alt bars, and it's a constant challenge how to keep them all displayed. And Rune, we were talking about Rune. They do their own flared rando type bar.
Is it that?
The
that
silver one?
How wide is that? It looks awfully wide.
Pretty wide, yeah. They're like the tumbleweed, 57s.
Oh, dang.
And,
Okay.
They're really big.
Yeah.
And again, whiskey and salsa and all that different stuff.
It's surprisingly hard to find alt bars in Spain. People, it's just not on people's radar. Do people seek it out here, or are they more?
They do, yeah. I mean, we've only just dragged ourselves into this century, really, and we've only just got a website that people can look at and see what's in stock and see everything we stock. We didn't used to have that up until 18 months ago. So we've been here 15 years, over 15 years, and we had a website and a commerce site that had a few things on it, not very much.
Yeah.
And but now it's all integrated, and so people can see, and they don't necessarily buy from there, but because we have a huge population around us, and we're pretty much in the middle of England, then we can. They come in, they see it, they hold it, touch it, hold it up to their bike, and we sort them out.
So have you been in this same location for 15 years?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. So the story is that we were looking for a location, and everywhere was so expensive.
Yeah.
And this place came up. We were about to run away and go traveling and do all that thing, but this place came up, and our landlord is Ace. He's really cool, and I think we've seen him twice in 15 years.
That's a good landlord.
It is, yeah. So it kind of leaves us to it. Yeah, we haven't set fire to anything yet, so leave us alone.
Yeah.
And we've got a bit more of the lease left, so we'll just carry on.
Yeah. Have you always focused on touring and adventure, or has your focus shifted over the years?
Kind of a little bit, because we were always travellers and bike packers when bike packing meant strapping a bag to a rack,
Right.
And but I mean, when we started off in here, we had a few more mainstream brands. We had Surly and Salsa.
Yeah.
We couldn't have opened without Surly and Salsa, and we always wanted to. But we had other more like hybrid bikes, town bikes.
Right.
But then, as things have progressed, then we have specialised more. We've always had the shop kind of in our image.
Right.
All the stuff that we sell, we've kind of used at one point or another, and love it all. So we don't sell stuff we don't kind of stand behind.
Yeah.
For sure.
What's cycling like in Manchester?
You see a lot more. Certainly, it's growing.
Yeah.
There are parts of South Manchester that have huge amounts of infrastructure, but we touched on the whole getting out of town thing.
Right.
And because of the canals and the old railway lines, you can get out of town pretty quickly. And the hills are really close. There's no hills in Manchester,
right?
But the hills are pretty close. You can see them, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a good place to be. And even if you just jump on a train if you want to miss the traffic or you don't want to ride the canal again, half an hour on the train and you're out to the Peak District, or an hour you're in North Wales.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
What would you say is like the most popular type of cycling in the area?
I mean, we have hire bikes in town, so a lot of tourists can just get on the app and get moving, and we see a lot of people just getting about by bike like that. Yeah. But there are, the whole gravel thing is obviously really big. Like we said, it's just if you live in a flat in Manchester, you can't have half a dozen bikes. Right. So just one bike. Maybe a mini Velo gravel bike would be the way forward.
That'd be cool. The wheels are turning.
But because of where we are, people can get off the plane, get off the train, or however they want to get here. Yeah. And we're here. We're 5 minutes from the stations, so it's dead easy to do that. So there are obviously other shops in Manchester that cater for more sporty stuff,
right?
And we can send them there, and they send people who want what we sell here. So it's quite a good kind of relationship with all the other shops. Everyone gets along nicely.
What would you say is like the oddest or weirdest thing you sell in the shop?
The oddest or weird.
Aside from the tube coffee.
I think the thing that people pick up most is probably the Widefoot poo shovel.
Yeah.
They want to know what it is. Yeah. Do I eat noodles with it?
Is it a fender or like a mud guard?
What is it? Where does it go? Where does it clip? But that's probably the thing that people pick up most. But then some people just come in and go, oh yeah, poo shovel. Yeah, I need that. I've been looking for that.
I'm assuming like many shops, like during COVID, you had a big boom. How has it been years after?
Well, because for us, we stayed open, obviously, because we could, and we kind of just went through it. And we did a little bit of getting out there a bit more and seeing people, and we had the time because we weren't necessarily here, but we were open. So we just kind of carried on as normal. But I guess the boom was £300 hybrid bikes. Not really the bikes that we sell. But for a lot of people, that period was a period of planning, I guess. When this is all over, I'm going to go and do the Tour Divide, or I'm going to go and do the Atlas Mountain Race, or whatever, and all these things. So for us, it kind of almost carried on as normal, but with the shutters down.
Do you guys host events?
Yeah, I mean, we do coffee camp. Okay. Like we had coffee camp the other morning, but we do it on a smaller scale generally. Some Friday mornings, and then we had a couple of weeks ago we had Brooks out. So Stefano was here with Brooks, and we did a ride out to a pizza barn, and then we stopped. So we do it infrequent.
What's the best way for people to keep up with what you guys are up to?
Keep up with Keep Pedaling? Well, we can keep_pedaling is Instagram. That obviously goes to Facebook, and we have a little blog on the keeppedaling.co.uk.
One last thing, everyone kept telling us about the dog.
The dog. So Olive is a long-suffering small terrier who's now probably about 11, and we joke that she has the FKT, fastest known terrier, for things like the Badger Divide.
Let's pick her over. So this is the other half of Keep Pedaling, by the way. What's your name?
Jonah.
Jonah.
And Olive.
And Olive.
Attempting to eat the mic.
So do people come more for the bikes or for Olive?
She's like an emotional support dog for a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, if Olive can go out and do the bike packing and sleep in the tent, then anyone can.
Well, Rich, thank you so much for the tour.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, if you guys are in Manchester and are looking to get a gravel bike, adventure bike, poop shovel, or even coffee in a tube, Keep Pedaling's your spot. Or you can just get some emotional support from Olive. Be sure to follow them on the gram, all that good stuff. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, keep the supple side down.